All right, hi everyone. This is Gavin. That's Bikram, Gavin, Bik. After we complained so much about last time how IPL had just gone down the drain and everything was like, oh, such boring matches, and suddenly we get like two matches like we've never seen before. I want to start this one question. I've not asked you this question. Was that the best piece of fielding you ever fucking seen in your life? What Puran did. I have never seen something like that in my life
Yeah,
or
I
anything
also
close to
never
that.
seen.
It is just crazy. It is just
Yeah,
crazy. It just defeated gravity. But I think I don't love it so much because it defeated gravity, because there are a lot of sports where they do certain things that you just cannot expect. One thing I found out was like the presence of mind, the fact that ball was already going over, he knew it was never going to catch it, because we are very we have very short level thinking, right? We're like, if we can't
yeah.
catch it, we can't put it back, what do I do? He jumps over it, because when I was watching live, when he jumped over, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, is he stupid? Like, why is he jumping? He knows, right? He can't make it back. And then he
Yeah,
fell down. I was like, and then like, oh, has he stopped it? And it took everybody 10 seconds. I'm like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck? He's not stopped it. And then I'm like, no, there is a chance he stopped it. Then I realized he's fucking stopped it. I was like, wow, what the hell was that? Oh, I don't think I'll ever forget Nicholas Pooran. I mean, Nicholas Pooran is always like something he does in the match that's like, people remember Nicholas Pooran. First, he gets double golden duck. He gets two ducks in like one match, T20. Nobody's ever got two ducks in a one-day international match, but he gets it. He gets it. Then he does something which is just completely change your life,
Yeah.
because that gives you hope. Like, that's like, whoa, just happened. And then Tewatia,
Oh my.
oh my goodness, that guy. I was like, who has sent this guy? What is happening? What has gone wrong? Is this like Sachin Tendulkar's cousin? This like nephew? What has happened? Who has seen him bat? The guy could not put bat to ball, and then suddenly he just goes nuts. He just completely goes nuts. Just want to let you know, I don't know how much you watched the match, and we've not spoken about this. Apparently, in the strategic timeout, he said to Smith, when he was like completely struggling and he had destroyed the match for them, he said to Smith that, don't worry, I will try to hit. I will hit 3 sixes of Cottrell and three
Oh,
sixes of the other dude. Who was the other guy?
Rajput. I don't even know. Yeah. Oh, okay.
So three of Cottrell and three of the other guy. I'll probably remember it. And I was like, what a confidence this guy has, who's been completely struggling, can't put bat to ball. He's like,
Oh
I'll
my God.
three on Cottrell, three on the other guy. I was just like that. And then
And
it
Cottrell
happened.
had taken Virat Kohli's wicket in the last match. He's not some like any local bowler.
Yeah, it was like, who is this guy? And then suddenly it turns around. I have never seen somebody, because see, you can see Virat Kohli struggling or AB de Villiers struggling, Rohit Sharma struggling, and then they turn it around. That stuff happens, right? But it does not happen with somebody who's just completely unknown, who has like no clue what is happening. And this guy just goes out and says, yeah, I'm going to do it. And he does it. And you should have seen his face when he was hitting those sixes. He was not getting excited. He
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
just very calm. He was
I was
relaxed. He
watching.
was like, yep, all right, no problem. I can get this done. It's perfectly under control. I know my business. I've been here forever. I mean, like, wow, this guy is Mohammad Shami. That was Mohammad Shami.
Oh, Mama
He
Shah. Yeah, yeah.
told, Smith said in the after conference that, he said, what did you say? He said, like, yeah, I'll hit 3 sixes on Cottrell and three on Shami, and we'll be back in the game. And I was like,
Wow.
what the hell? You scored like 3 runs of like 15 deliveries. You can't hit ball. And this is what he said to Steven
Yeah.
Smith. Oh, this is
Yeah.
unbelievable. And then he goes ahead and does like 5 sixes, not three. Oh my God, the guy was
Yeah.
just complete nuts. My brain was just like, oh, this is just incredible. Okay, just want to come back to that. Another bad decision yesterday, another bad decision today to take bowling again. What is wrong with people? Why are you taking bowling in the first place? Yesterday, it had to take something Tewatia to actually overcome that massive total. Also, forget about everything else. These players already played in Sharjah. They made 216. It was the best, and they are in form. They could have done, and then they put another team which is in supreme form to actually go and kill them. And then it took a Herculean effort and massive Tewatia that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. that to win the match. And today, RCB Mumbai should never be batting. RCB has shit freaking batting, and they should just put them under pressure. Should go out and bat, put up a score out on the board, and then make them chase. But they won't do it. And then again, it took something completely crazy from this big man and Kieran Pollard, and it's just something crazy. And then to actually go to this thing, and then eventually just fizzles out in the super over, because another weird thing that Ishan Kishan is apparently too tired. I was like, dude, now you just like on muscle memory you'll hit the ball, and then you put Hardik Pandya and all. I don't think the choice was completely incorrect, which like in hindsight looks bad. But I'm just saying, like, the guy saying that he was tired, that doesn't make any sense to me. What do you mean he was tired? This is like a 20-over game, and he sat down for like more than 10 minutes. He was hitting sixes like 5 minutes ago. So even if he's tired, he should be the best person to go out. And then he never sent him out at all in the first place. And then he doesn't even come out to field also. Never takes off his pads. He's like, no, if I'm not batting, then I'm not fielding. That's it. I'm done. And then 7 runs, it was fairly best decision. They said like, okay, let's put out the best batsman, even if Kohli wasn't playing well. It's just 7 runs, and these guys will knock it around, and you can just run fast. And these guys know each other, so there won't be any problem. There was a little bit drama there because with the AB de Villiers reviewing that, and
thank God for DRS.
Thank God for DRS. In fact, I don't know if you're watching it just before, Sunil Gavaskar put this point across that do we even know? People don't even know this thing. This is like, do we even know like what happens if somebody do they have review? What happens? Like nobody talks about that. And then they have fucking review. And I'm like,
everything happened.
And they were already talking about super over. They're like, everything is happening in this IPL. Who cares? Like there'll be another super over.
Yeah.
There could have been another super over as well.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah. If Virat Kohli would have got out on the last ball.
Got out or not taken a run or whatever. Oh Jesus, man! This is just 2 hell of matches.
Yeah.
Both our predictions came true, but it was like it was on the edge, man. It was like we just have to get Gavin Bick right. I think it got about that. I just felt it was about that. Like we have to like not let them down, because everybody was trying to let us down at the end. So crazy matches, but again, I don't know. Do you really feel, because I strongly feel that taking fielding again, being super conservative, and I mean. Just why are you fielding? I mean, it doesn't make any sense in Sharjah. And this guy, Mumbai, you come out and bat. In fact, Kohli said I would have batted anyway. So
he would have batted. Yeah. That's why he chose a team like that. And I think it makes sense. See, this is the thing which we were talking about from the first podcast, that it's all these matches are supremely important, because each and every point matters, and there's so much pressure on everyone that it makes sense to actually not chase, because chasing is anyway difficult, and then chasing in these circumstances, just imagine being under so much pressure each and every match. So and we are being validated each and every match, right? Every match, whoever is taking bowling, they are losing at the end.
They're getting caned, right? Because see, you cannot justify saying Rajasthan Royals won in the end, but that was a miracle stuff, right?
Yeah.
You choose bowling when you already played on that surface. You have very short boundaries. You made 216. You go out there, you bat, and you kill them. No, you put somebody in who has just made a bloody huge century.
Yeah.
Rahul, and they got this massive batting lineup, and you put them like, let's just put out a score, and then they end up putting like 223 or something. That too, they could have made 250, because they kind of slowed down towards the end, because they just Rajasthan just kind of got a grip at one point in time, and then Rajasthan somehow ended up like almost losing, and then somehow ended up like winning by more than an over, and then that last minute panic that Delhi had, they had the similar situation.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, what I'm saying is, like, if you take bowling, unless you do completely miraculous, you're not winning. What's the point of bowling when you're going to put other opposition put 200 on the board? Only time somebody took batting and they lost, that was because they batted badly. You don't make 142. You don't make 142. You're going to make 142. You're going to lose, even to KKR, for heaven's sake.
At 160 is the minimum in any ground, and obviously in Sharjah they have such short boundaries. So yeah, I mean, let's see what happens in the next match, because I really want to see what the captains do, because everyone is scared of Dew, and even today we saw players were having a very hard time to control the ball. But this is something which you can control, right?
That happens. It's like saying it's like saying you're like, okay, I'm gonna go out in the rain, so I'm gonna get wet, so I'm never gonna go out. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That's a terrible example. I couldn't come out with a better example. I'm just saying there is like, you let go of something. Every time you go out, you have a chance of getting into an accident. But that doesn't mean you don't go out at all. You don't go out. You don't do anything. You need to go out and bat. I do not know why people are scared of batting. I mean, you're Indians. You wanted to bat all the time. You wanted to bat. and you can see everybody's batting very well. These pitches are getting better and better. You should have come out and put so much pressure, because I feel if you put 200 on the board for RCB when their captain is not playing well, because the moment Virat Kohli walked in, it was very natural. I was like, okay, what this guy is going to do is try to get his momentum going in the first 5 to 10 deliveries, and then he will get, because he could not score at all in the first 5 to 10 deliveries. His mind was getting muddled. Naturally, get muddled because he came after 10 overs and the team was already in a very good start. Now he's screwing up all the balls, so you're not thinking clearly. And then he suddenly hits a shot which he would have never hit in his lifetime. And then he gets out. You can see his face. He wasn't even upset. He was just sad. He was just sad. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, he disappeared after that. And because I thought he'll come out for AB de Villiers because that's his best friend. He didn't come out for AB de Villiers also. I think he was crying on the phone with Anushka. So,
one more tweet coming.
One more tweet coming. So, although he could have been on the phone, right? We do that kind of stuff. But he was not there. He just left. He was not there. He was not in the balcony at all. And
but then he walked in for the super over, so I thought that was a brave, not brave, but positive.
I think that made sense. I don't think it was brave or even positive. I just thought it just made sense. When you have 7 runs, you got to put 2 players who can actually knock it around, and they know each other how to run, instead of like trying to hit something crazy and getting both the wickets out. Unless they lost both the wickets, they wouldn't have done it, wouldn't have lost it, right? So that's what they went for. In fact, it was perfectly fine. In fact, Bumrah should have gone for Yorkers, but people are like really scared of Yorkers now because they feel they're not going to get it right, and this guy's going to hit it. But I want to talk about a little bit about AB de Villiers, because somehow I remember that when we were making teams and all, somehow people who were at least watching our podcast don't seem to understand who AB de Villiers really is in the first place. They somehow feel he's a very good batsman. No, he's not a very good batsman. This guy is genius. Okay. Yeah. This guy is genius. Because you have to understand that there is a different thing. When Virat Kohli and things happen, all these players get out. When the next batsman comes in, they think about those things. But I have heard AB de Villiers talk, what he is, and I understand his fundamental is life. He says like, I don't worry about getting out to a shot. I play a shot if I know the shot and I play it. Because if I'm worrying it, obviously, then I'm just going to get out, possibly more likely to be get out, instead of just play. You play something which you believe in and you play that, instead of playing something you don't believe in at all. I'm not sure what one he doesn't believe in, because he keeps playing everything. But this guy actually put them on the board, because after Virat Kohli wasted so many deliveries, that was a downward spiral, and would have been very perfectly okay if this ended up in 170, 175. Because according to Kevin fucking Peterson, 150 was the par score.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was he getting paid by Mumbai, or like, because I thought he was getting paid by Chennai before? It was like, what do you mean 150 is the par score?
I think he's just being nice to everyone. That's all.
Yeah, it's just like, it's sad. It's just, even Michael Slater. I mean, Michael Slater was a complete class act. But you will notice when these people commentate outside this Indian realm or Indian BCCI realm, they are much different. And that's why you'll not see Shane Warne commentating here, because Shane Warne is not going to take any shit. And he's not going to down tool like these people. He's going to go out and say a lot of shit to other people. And that's why you never see Sidhu commentating or something. You never see Ian. One of the greatest commentators, Ian Chappell, will never be on BCCI payroll, which he was long time ago. And because he will say it the way it is. And I love Ian Chappell, but then we have to listen to these fucking morons. Because they have they don't have any experience in commentary. They're just there because there's some star kids. It's just the same nepotism that is there, right? So, and after a while, no matter how much you can praise Harsha Bhogle, but I've heard him speak the same shit for 20 fucking years now. I'm just done. You need to leave. So we need fresh blood coming in, because he doesn't say anything different. Because he's also on BCCI payroll, so he also toes the line kind of. But these guys are like completely setting new standards altogether. Because when you know Kevin Peterson is the worst commentator, when you have Sunil Gavaskar there, then you know something really amazing is happening. So I think IPL is just showing us that, there's miracles happening everywhere. Because Sunil Gavaskar has been the worst commentator ever in the history, over and over again, and this guy, Kevin Peterson, Jesus Christ, man, the guy who was like an absolute flamboyant, and I love Kevin Peterson, you know that, right? So, but at commentary, he's absolutely an embarrassment. And not because he's commentating bad, but because he's just, he's sucking everybody's balls, that's why. And that's the Kevin Peterson I did not know existed. But, people change, and it's very normal. It's very normal. When a lot of money is at stake, I guess, I don't know. So, fair enough. Okay, so tomorrow's match is coming up. Big match. You've already picked up DC. I love DC, but I had picked SRH because SRH has not won anything, and David fucking Warner has to win something, and he will come out tomorrow, hit a bloody century, take batting again.
Again.
And he's like, okay, we're gonna go out and win. Because people got to change their mindset, man. Right now, pitches are getting better. You got to start come out. I don't even care for the dew because I know dew is real and dew is real. Fair enough. But really, because of dew, you'll never bat. Is that the formula you're gonna ever apply for the rest of your life? I mean, that's just like, so today is dew, tomorrow is, I don't know, some dog walked on the park. So again, bad example. I don't know, coming up really bad example. Then let's predict one more match because we're gonna do one more on October 1st before the Gandhi birthday. So Rajasthan Royals and KKR. I'm just gonna back Rajasthan Royals. Have to back Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, even I'll back Rajasthan Royals. I know that KKR has won, but I think they are on a roll right now.
They are
Rajasthan
on a
Royals.
roll, and I won't be surprised if Rajasthan Royals is going to be one team which is going to kick one of our team out of the top four of our prediction. Our prediction is, just people don't know, is Delhi Delhi Capitals. Jesus Christ. Delhi Capitals, Mumbai, RCB and SRH. So I think RR right now, Rajasthan Royals is one team which is going to kick. And by the way, Shane Warne is there. I think he's in quarantine or some shit like that. I don't know. He's gonna. I think they had to put in. He had to be put in quarantine, and he's been very. He's been making notes like more vigorously than Yunus Khan during the England tour. Have you seen Yunus Khan making notes? And then people have been commentating, and they'll be like, they will say stuff whatever they feel. They're like, I think he's writing his autobiography because the guy was like frantically writing notes entire day. In a world where nobody writes anything, he was just writing entire day. It was like, people were like, what is he writing? And he'll not sit with anybody, he'll keep writing. I was like, amazing guy. You can sit across somewhere and keep writing, and then somebody hits a four, he'll clap, because there's like only 6 fours Pakistani team hit in the entire series anyway. So it was pretty easy. So let's see how the next 2 matches. But I think if you really see the seesaw, so we've had great matches, so we can have some really shit matches as well. But it's good to have at least decent matches. I don't want to see people getting out for 100. But RCB is another good win, no matter how they won at the end. It's going to go a long way for them to qualify. And I've got to say one thing that, I've said a lot of shit about Rahul, but I heard his interview. I think he looked pretty calm and all. And they've been very unlucky to lose both the matches. And I hope they do well as well. But I have no faith in Kumble anyway, because it's just weird strategies they come out with at times. But I think they have been definitely unlucky in both the matches, and the other match they just completely destroyed the other team. So they were unlucky, and let's see how that. I think they destroyed RCB, right? RCB, So they've been very unlucky in both the matches. Bikram, I think this IPL is going to be really crazy close, man. Apart from Chennai.
Chennai is done.
Chennai is done. I think Chennai is done. Chennai is done. They're just taking a break, and they're not going to come out better. They're going to go out fatter. And by the way, just to finish this podcast, I did not realize till now, I've been always complaining about Rohit Sharma being fat, but today I really saw him how fat he was. He is genuinely fat, like really fat. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like really, really fat.
And just I remember this point. Today Saurav Tiwari was not playing, he's injured or something. But I can't imagine Saurav Tiwari playing the innings which Ishan Kishan played, because Ishan Kishan was the replacement of Saurav Tiwari. Because I think he would have got tired after playing 7 or 8 overs, and this guy just played and then at the end started hitting. I don't expect that Saurav Tiwari would have been able to do that, and this is what fitness does.
I mean, this is a low level of fitness, but I think I have to give it to them a little bit. We didn't talk about, I didn't talk about Ishan, which is unfair. The guy was really good. Like, he just played the right innings, because he was just, at the end, when he realized that Kiran is not on strike, he has to hit, then he went for it. You're right. I think the other guy couldn't have done the same thing. I've been complaining about their fitness levels. They've been playing for T20 matches. But what is happening, that there's the level of heat and humidity, and I think it's getting to people.
And plus pressure as well.
There's a lot of pressure, and AB de Villiers also was feeling dehydrated, and while he was keeping, I think they made one of those decisions like that Rahul Dravid sacrifice situation has happened here. AB de Villiers, because the Phillip guy was. I have not seen Phillip, the wicketkeeper, but my problem was with that, the fact that if they have Phillip, so they're removing one batsman, and where does he even fit in the first place? Because of Phillip, then Virat Kohli is coming much later. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's like you might as well come in. In fact, the problem with Virat right now was that he was coming in much later, because the first wicket is not falling. So when he comes in, he's under pressure to hit quickly, and he doesn't want to hit quickly because he hasn't got the form. But the moment he wastes 5 deliveries, then he waits even more deliveries and he gets under
Yeah.
pressure. And that was just
Yeah.
bad. He will get confidence from the foundry that he hit. It was like, oh, I won the match, I won it, I won it. It was because
Yeah.
of me. Luckily, it was not Mahendra Singh Dhoni and the same situation. People were like, see, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he is the winner. He should give him man of the match.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He chose himself to come to the bat. But the fact is that Mahendra Dhoni will never come out to
Never
bat.
come on. You would have, tu ja.
तू जा जा मैं खड़ा हूँ मैं अभी थोड़ा warm up कर रहा हूँ. So like that, so nobody can say anything to me. So yeah, that was pretty neat. On that note, I think let's see if tomorrow your team, my team, it's my team actually, Delhi Capitals, but I'm choosing SRH.
Yeah, at
And
least we
which
have
one did we?
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
Oh
we have
yeah.
different teams for this match.
Yeah, different teams. The Rajasthan Royals, yeah. I mean, KKR can actually really knock it up, but this IPL is going to be really freaking close apart from Chennai. Rock bottom, rock bottom, rock bottom. These guys will still be sucking on Dhoni. He's like, oh, he's still the greatest player. He's like, he's the greatest player ever. He's still the greatest player ever.
Yeah, one season doesn't make him bad, right? That's
Yeah, one season doesn't make him, then the next season also will happen. Oh, 2 seasons don't make him bad. But by the time he finally retires, he's like, oh, he retired anyway, so it's fine. He was a great batsman. No worries. All right,
Okay.
so enjoy whatever your day is. Have a good week, and see you back just before Gandhi birthday in October, 1st of October. Today is 29th already, I think. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Okay,
And
bye.
please like and subscribe. Don't forget. Why are people liking subscribe? Please like and
Yeah.
subscribe. Everything is for free or what? It is free, but like and subscribe is also for free, so please do it.
Yeah.
All right. Take care. That's me, Gav, that's Dick. And today I was Rohit Shawarma because I think that's what he's been eating.
Yeah. Rohit Sharma.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.